Hello, thank you so much for joining me as always. 7 weeks ago I bought a Fender 68 custom Princeton Reverb amp. I'll tell you why at the end of this clip, but first let's watch the moment where my initial excitement turned to confusion and disappointment. So the question on everybody's lips, can the Fender Princeton do James Bond? Yes, it can. Next question, how loud do you have to turn the volume to make the Fender Princeton start to bark? Volume at its lowest, which isn't zero, strangely. Number 1, nothing. Number 2, bedroom volume. Number 3, Mum's coming upstairs now to tell you to turn it down. Not my mum, I don't live with my mum. I live with my wife. I just said mum. Number 4, the neighbour's wife's coming through to tell you to turn it down. And it's still not barking. Way too clean for me. Number 5. Ooh, got a bit of bark there. Not enough for me. Number 6. Cutting out there weirdly. It's certainly barking nicely. Number 7. Weird cutting out, kind of, I don't know what that is. I'll turn the intensity and the speed off. Like the amp just can't handle the volume or something, it needs to be cutting out. So the very next morning I take the defective Princeton back to Guitar Edinburgh, who test the valves. 2 fails, 2 valves on a brand new £930 amp failed. So he said, we've got a second 68 Princeton in the shop, just you go home with that one and we'll take the pain on this one. So off I go with this new Princeton number 2, test it when I get back to the house. I should have tested it in the shop because that Princeton's doing the same as well, it's cutting out. And on this Princeton, the little blue jewel light's not coming on. So then I'm back to Guitar, and they obviously felt bad, so they said, well, we'll go back to plan number 1 and we'll send your Princeton back to Fender UK to see if we can fix it. In the meantime, take something from the second-hand part of the store to keep your enthusiasm up. So that's why I came home with the Fender DeVille, and so I put a YouTube clip up of that already. But I've not heard anything since. It's been 5 weeks or so, so I go back to Guitar today, and again they feel bad. They've found out now that parts at Fender UK are in short supply and they're waiting for a replacement speaker. So they've agreed, they've looked around, apparently there's another Fender 68 Princeton number 3, sitting in their branch down in Camden, so they're going to have that driven up over the weekend and I should get that Monday or Tuesday. So that's very nice of them, but that'll be Princeton number 3. So good people at Fender Amps, what's going on with your quality control? I've heard it from a really good trusted source that your current range of new amps regularly have issues from buzzing and hissing, in my case cutting out. What's going on? The people at Boscatana must be having a right laugh. Anyway, so the reason I bought a 68 Princeton Reverb is because I love old-fashioned guitars and old-fashioned guitar tones. I love the classics. Hence why I've got that Marshall Astoria. And so to complement the lovely classic British sound, like the Beano album and all that, to complement that, I thought I want a slice of classic Americana. I don't want to go and buy a PRS amp or something, I want a classic, you know, a famous amp. And they don't come much more famous than the Princeton Reverb amp. Even I could have bought an amp from the Hot Rods series, you know, the DeVilles and Blues Deluxe, and they're great, but they came out in the mid-90s, whereas the Princeton can trace its roots right back to the 50s. So it really is like the elder statesman in the Fender range. So I thought, that's the one for me. And the 68 Silverface Princeton is famously more warm sounding than the 65 Princeton, and it also compresses earlier too, which is perfect for blues guys like me, or so I thought. So who knows how I'll go on with Princeton number 3. I hope my next video will be a review of a working Princeton. It's a shame too, because I can tell already the amp has a lovely character. But there you go. So I'm going to sign off now. So stay happy, folks, and buy a Boss Katana, and you won't have this trouble. Thanks for watching, as always. See you in the next clip. Bye for now.